The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Sports Collective Media and Morris Media Studios presents Sports Collective TV. On today's lineup, what a weekend it was. The Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes buy their ticket to the next round, and they will be facing the one and only GOAT and Tom Brady here, as Tom Brady took care of business against our local LA Chargers next week, next Sunday. But hey, the Cowboys left me in the middle of, I don't know where they did, but the Rams took care of business and will be advancing to the NFC Championship next week against this team here. Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints take down the Eagles last year's championship. Hey, but guess what? We got a very special guest in the building, in Clipper Darrell. Stay tuned. We'll be right back here. Sports Collective TV starts right now.
Evening. Welcome to Sports Collective TV. I'm your host and moderator. I'm Farhan, aka WDC. Again, I want to thank you for listening in. If you've been checking the social media, you see who's going to be up on the deck in about 7 minutes. But first of all, Fredo, man, thank you for that intro, man.
Man, no problem, man. It's all for Sports Collective Media. So that's what we do here.
So you're not wearing anything that resembles a star or a cowboy.
Yeah. No, you know what? Hold up.
I was looking for the skirt.
Yeah,
tiny top.
But look, check this out. Hey, this was, the responsibility landed on them, on Oscar and them. So I was never told, ladies and gentlemen, I was never told that I had to purchase the costume. So I waited, and I'm hearing some barking down here right now. But I'm going to take care of them in a little bit. So, Farhan, what we got right now, Farhan?
Man, we just going to get this show together, man. Yeah, man. Leon, under the net.
How you doing, man?
What's up, man?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm surprised, man. He don't got his,
you better be surprised. You better be surprised.
Nah, man.
Hey, show's not over yet. Something might happen. You never know. Stay tuned for that.
We got a good guest today, man. Clipper Dell in the building, man. I'm glad he's here.
Cool deal, man. Callie?
Happy birthday, Callie!
Yeah. A lot younger. There it is.
Yeah, we still doing it. We still turning up. Hey, Luai, it's back. Good to have you back. Oh, my mic is wet. The mic is your mic. Tuck in the mic. Yeah, it's interesting. This city is kind of divided between, football, all sports primarily. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even and to like have Clipper Dale here says a lot because, it's some teams that's tough to say you part of, especially when you live in the same city. And I could recognize that because I'm from the Bay Area. And it's like 49er fans, we don't have that with like basketball, but it's tough in LA, And then to hear stories like, I used to be a Rams fan, right? And they gone. And then
Carlos,
So it'd be interesting to hear what Clipper Dale got to say about that.
Cool deal.
Yeah.
All right, everybody straight?
Yeah, we good, man. So we good to go.
Yeah. We're gonna have a debate.
Yes.
Got the debate going on?
Yes, we do.
All right.
We're going to go ahead and show it down. Take it down later.
You ready?
I was born ready.
All right.
That's not the truth.
That is the truth. That is the truth. Hey, we'll take it down. Hey, I didn't know you brought your cheerleaders today.
Hey, man.
You brought your cheerleaders today?
It's the collective, baby.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I'm going to go tear up a T-shirt and, have you take your shirt off.
Have to.
Everybody just could put stars on it.
Hey, something's got to go on.
Come on, man. You can't get on air and just flake out on the bed.
Hey, it's not on me. I told them.
I was even coming.
Hey, you guys were even texting me the pictures that you guys were going to purchase.
When you lose a bet, you pay the winner?
Well, I guess next time we got to really figure it out. Hey, no, don't trip. Hey, you know what?
Nothing, right?
You know what? Whatever you guys want to do today.
Now you get to walk down Crenshaw.
I'll take you guys out for some food. There it is. It'll be on me, but we'll figure something out.
All right, so check it. We'll be right back. This is Sports Collective TV.
There it is.
The Consortium of Health and Military Performance, also known as CHAMP, of the Uniformed Services University of Health and Science, known as USUHS, is conducting a study to understand a possible genetic link between sickle cell trait, known as SCT, and exercise-related events, known as EREs, such as exertional rhabdomyolysis, muscle damage, heat stroke, and or collapse. We are inviting African American men and women with sickle cell trait and their family members to participate. Participating in the study will require you to complete a health history questionnaire, a form authorizing our study physician to gather health information from you and your healthcare provider, as well as a one-time blood donation. In order to qualify for the study, you must meet the following criteria: be African American, be sickle cell trait positive, be able to read, speak, and understand English, be between the ages of 18 and 80, and currently not being treated for any mental or psychological disorders. Participation is completely voluntary, and your decision will not impact your health care. The results for this study are for research purposes only and are not intended to directly benefit any individual for confidentiality reasons. However, the results of this study are intended to help better shape policies and associated health risks affecting the SCT community. Participants may be compensated for their time. To join the study, or if you would like additional information regarding the study, please contact the study team by phone, area code 240-479-9514, or email sctt-ggg@usuhs.edu.
I'm pissed off, man. LeBron, why in the hell did you do this to me, LeBron James? LeBron, did you do the I got for you?
But this shit would never happen.
I challenge you right there. You gotta have them shorts. We got 30 seconds. Hey, I'm taking it off. You gotta strip it down. Short, let's go.
And now we are here.
Hey, we got a minute. Clap it up. Clap it up. We got a minute building.
I ain't messing with
We
y'all.
got a minute building.
Baby, come back.
Yeah. We got a minute
Oh, man.
What's up with that, man?
I mean, he changed the way people looked at the Clippers, man. When Chris Paul came to the Clippers, it was like having Michael Jordan.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody gave the Clippers more respect of him being there. So when he left, man, it just tore me apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clipper Darrell, man.
And that was Chris Paul's first time at the Drew League.
Yeah, that was.
James Harden got him there.
That's true. Yeah,
He was here. He was here 6 seasons and never went to the Drew.
And never went?
We never went to the Drew, but James Harden got him to go to the Drew.
Wow.
It's crazy, man.
All right, cool, man. Well, welcome to the deck, man. We appreciate you for coming out, man, and being a part of this segment.
I don't appreciate y'all, man, because y'all got this dude. Look. Y'all got all this Laker gear in here, man. I'm like, man, what's happening?
We got more jackets down here.
It is a collective of sports, so.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I want to ask you, man, what made you become a Clipper fan? Like, when did it start?
Man, 1995, man. Never forget it, bro. I got fired from a job, and the guy told me, 1992. And the guy I worked for, a good friend of mine, and he told me I never amount to anything in life when he fired me.
Wow.
So you know how you feel bad. Went home, jumped on the couch, turned the TV on, Clipper game comes on.
Okay.
They said the same thing about them, how where they was, how they never amount to anything.
That's when they was at the Coliseum, right?
In our sports arena.
Yeah, sports arena. Mama.
And I said, this is gonna be my team. We're gonna ride and die together. And then once I could actually afford season tickets, shoot,
it was a wrap.
I was a wrap then.
Wow.
You know, I used to listen to it on the radio. Rob Lawler described it so well. You know, and we had a few TV games, but we was only in the highlight reels real quick. So
So let's go back there. Who was Clipper Darrell growing up as a little guy, man?
Fun guy. I mean, this is who I am. I've always been this way. You know, I try to be the life of the party, having fun. I don't like a quiet room. I love that. You know. To keep the party going. Mm-hmm. You know, I got people to call me up at 11, 12 o'clock at night, man, I'm asleep. And they be like, Darrell, man, we need you.
bro, man, come on, man.
They need that energy.
I'm in a bed. But.
So, any sports growing up?
Man, I played football and baseball was my sport.
Okay.
Yeah, I had I was 4'2", but when I got to high school, I played for Gardena.
Wait, let's go back there. So football, where'd you play football at? What age?
I played football always when I was 11 to 14.
11 to 14.
Yeah, Pop Warner. Yeah. And then I played baseball, man, ever since I was like 8 years old.
Yeah. Which one you have more love for?
Both of them.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Really?
When I got the opportunity, because I was a running back, I had 4.2 speed. Ooh. So, but the coach never gave me an opportunity because I was little.
Yeah.
Okay. You see what I'm saying? But when he gave me that shot,
showed up.
I showed exactly. So,
yeah, like you do now. Yeah.
But by the time when I got to high school and I wanted to play football, you had to cut your hair. At that time, I had a jerry curl.
Oh, Lord.
What? What?
I had a jerry curl, bro. What? Hey, I seen y'all some pictures, man. I'm telling you, you wasn't cutting my hair.
So you was like, stay soft, bro. No deal, no go.
Bro.
It's all
Hey, someone Google that. Someone find a picture so we can put it up here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh man.
So, how did you make the choice? I mean, you really didn't want to cut your hair? You wanted?
Yeah, I just said forget it. I won't play football. But see, if I would have knew the rules, like when parents know the rules now,
that's true.
Yeah,
I could have went to the board, and it was no way because his name was Coach Muhammad, so he was Muslim.
Okay,
so he made his own rules.
That's true.
There ain't no rule. I mean, this is public school, man. This ain't private school.
Right.
So if I would have knew that, I could have entered that plan. But I was mischievous and in high school. So when I wanted to go try out for the baseball team, the dean told me not to even come out because the dean was the baseball coach.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
We got to call in.
We got to call in. Let's go ahead and take these phones on.
We got to call in.
See who we got in here.
You here?
Yeah,
Live at Sports Collective.
What's the count?
Oh, what's up, yo?
Is it Sports Log?
Sports Log in the house.
What?
How you be, man? How you be?
What's your
New
question?
house. Pretty good. How you guys doing?
Everything's good, man. We know you calling about the Pats, man. So we're gonna let you talk about that on the second part of the show. But you got any comments for Clipper Darrell here, man?
I'm just listening in right now.
All right.
Okay.
Cool, man. We're going to get that NFL topic after the bottom of the hour, man.
All right.
Okay. Thanks for calling.
You got it.
Yeah, but
Quick one.
But I was just want to know like when Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, like what was your feeling when they left? Like how did you feel about that?
Teary-eyed, upset, distraught, especially when Chris left.
Man.
It was like, part of my family was leaving. When you get to know these players, man, then I hosted his shoe events. I always had a pair of new CP3s every game, so they took good care of me, man. His family is phenomenal, man. Mother, father, wife, kids. When you start to know him as brother, and when you start to know these guys become family, so to see him leave for no reason,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, because of certain situations. But then when you find out when people leave, things do happen. And we all fight with our brothers or sisters, whatever it is.
That's true. So let's go to Blake, man. So obviously I'm a Piston fan underneath. Pistons under here, but
oh wow.
You see, that's a lot worse having two teams, right?
That's what I'm saying. He ain't 12 years old.
I'm 13. Just had my birthday. So I'm a fan of certain players. I was a Chauncey Billups fan, so that's how I got over here with the Clippers. Mm-hmm. But my question to you is, how was with Blake? Like any love lost for him?
Oh, I was hurt. I felt bad for Blake.
Yeah.
When the situation happened, the way it happened, I was upset for him. For him, for the organization, I was like, man, because now it makes you look bad as an organization, because now free agents is like saying, if I come to you I got to have a no-trade clause.
Yeah, that's true.
A superstar is going to actually say that now because your word don't mean anything.
Yeah.
Word is bond. If I ask you for $5 and I say I give it to you next Thursday, I don't have to call you.
Right.
I'm supposed to be bringing it to you. Just like I got it to you, I'm supposed to be bringing that to you, but people don't do that.
Exactly.
Yeah. You see?
Hey, so what was it a Jerry West though? Didn't Jerry West
You know, whoever the situation, you know, but to me, if he's a superstar, it's like if you're going to break up with your girl, you don't break up through a text.
Man, that's true.
You pick up a phone.
Especially someone who you just called your future like months ago.
I mean, because see, the problem that I had with it, honestly, from what I understand, I wasn't there. I don't know what transpired, but what was told to me and what was on the media was that they had a choir come in. They had, they rented out Staples Center. Mm-hmm. They had a choir come in. They roped his,
put his jersey up there.
Put his jersey up there. Then he gonna retire a Clipper. You know, they sing it to him.
Wow, they gassed him up.
And then they told him, you got 4 years. 4 years max. Trade clause. 5 years, no trade clause. Max. He said 5 years.
That was a trick then. Yeah, they knew it. They probably knew it.
Yeah, they knew that.
So
they knew it.
And then Detroit calls and they can do a trade. You know, that it was crazy, but then I see the future.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, I see what happened.
I got a cold team now.
But to me, if I was Bomber, or if I was, the coach, or if I was, somebody in the organization, I would have flew out to Detroit. I wouldn't let no months go by without talking to them.
It's not business.
It's friendship. Yeah.
To me, you still got to see these people at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
This dude was a part of the organization. He made the Clippers. Because when that was the reason why Chris wanted to come.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he was here.
Because he was already here. So now, it was like, man, we got Lob City, man, we about to do this. And then, 5 seasons. I mean, to me, I was wondering why the coach didn't go.
Yeah.
And he's still here.
Exactly. So, but.
So I'm a player. I'm a fan of the players, and I wanted to know, do you, could you be a fan for another team?
No. My heart's not there.
No?
I got offered a job with Mark Cuban in 2008.
Oh, yeah.
I heard about that.
Yeah, he flew me down there. Mark Cuban, now don't get me wrong, Mark Cuban studied art.
Yeah.
The realest dude you can ever be around, man. But, of course, my heart. You're not going to have the same respect for me if I took it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? People like me in L.A. People like me around the countries because of who I am and what I represent. But if you know that you can buy a person's fandom, or I'm just going to team,
yeah, that's
then you be like, oh man,
So how are you with the new manager?
Oh man, the new owner.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love him, man.
Bomber,
man. It's like a little kid in the candy store, bro. when he first started owning the team, man, it was this is crazy to me. I put Steve Ballmer in the back of my head, right? I had my barber put Steve Ballmer in the back of the head, right? Yeah. You can find that on Google. And so I didn't know. So when I got my tickets, we opened up the first year we opened up against the Lakers and the Clippers, right? But it was Lakers home game.
Yeah.
Sat 2 seats from him. Like where I'm sitting at, he was right. He was right there where that guy at.
It's cool as the Lakers,
bro. This was unbelievable, man. We high-fiving, we chest bumping. I'm doing the Let's Go Clippers chants. He's doing the defense chant. It was like, this dude wasn't worth $40 billion. Yeah. He's a true fan. Yeah. And that's the type of owner you want.
That's true. That's true.
You don't want, I don't like owners to sit there and look at the coaches and see what they got to do. And, you let the coaches be the coaches. You be the owner. When it's time to talk to them coaches, you pull them to the back.
Yeah.
You go, that's what the after the game is for.
Yeah, I saw him get down to some Fergie during halftime the other day. There was a video of him going dancing to Fergie. I was like, man, that's a cool owner.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
but it's crazy.
Now, it's just known fact for the city that the Clippers are second best.
Of course,
to the Lakers.
That's the best thing you've probably said all day today, Fran.
Thank you. I know at some level as being a fan and being committed to the Clippers, and you get a lot of feedback from fans like that guy. How do you really digest that? How do it work? How do you do without getting pissed off?
That's true. How do it work?
Truth hurts.
Yeah. Sometimes I try to tell these guys that the truth hurts.
Truth hurts, man.
I try to tell them.
Because they're not lying. 16 championships. What can you say? That's all they go to. 16 championships. Look at the banner. I mean, to me, we don't have no history.
Yeah.
And I think Bomber sees it now. He's bringing in a few older players, retired players like Corey Maggetti's now on the thing. Ryan Hollins. He starts to see of course, what the Lakers are doing.
Yeah.
You got to hire within because that keeps everybody rolling, man. I mean, keeps you want to be a part of this organization. Makes you want to continue to watch them.
I need to bring in Keith Kloss too. That's the big homie.
I got a back in the day question.
Shoot.
So, did you get the 4 hot dogs and sit on the bench and lace up whenever play for the Clippers, man?
People tell me that joke, man. When they wrote that story, man, that was crazy, man.
Did you ever lace up, man? And go,
man, never.
Got
man.
40 that night?
Never. Those are the days, man, the sports arena days, and I really couldn't. I only went to a couple of games because I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
People said, "Man, you couldn't afford it back." I said, "Bro, $10 was like $10,000." Man, people don't realize, man, how when you exactly when you the journey of me, but how broke I was. I was so broke I couldn't even pay attention. So
That's life, man. Keeping it 100. Preach.
dog. And then you take, I used to go, my mother's best friend on a daycare center. I used to go get 50 pounds of rice, 50 pounds of beans, My wife is Latina. Oh. So, they can make miracles, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was, man. And then I grew, and then my first, when, I had a pager, when pagers and cell phones.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all too young for that probably over there. But, I had a pager and cell phone shop. It started building up, once things start to happen. But I didn't get rich behind it, no. Yeah. But, the opportunities came, and I was at a game cheering my team on, and my first sponsor walked up to me and said, "Darrell, how would you like to get paid for this?" Get paid for this? Yeah. Huh? And it was Metro PCS.
Wow.
And I never forget it. I was that's when we had Al Thornton.
Yeah.
Okay. And because Al Thornton did the signing, and we was on La Brea and Rodeo Road. Yeah. Right there. Yeah. That Metro PCS is still there.
Yeah.
Wow. Sure did. So and that's when I got started. And then, people started seeing me. I started doing a couple of voiceovers and stuff like that for commercials for them, and it went on from there, man. But see, people say, "Darrell, do you want to get paid for the?" No, I don't want to get paid for the Clippers because it's not fun for me then. Because see, this is what happens. If you ever notice, you've been to the games, so when I do certain things, I do it when it's time to do it.
Right. That's true.
Okay, and that's when it's funny.
Yeah.
That's when it's funny.
Yeah, that's true.
But if they pay me, they're going to say, "Well, Darrell, at the 6-minute mark, you need to do this." Yes. And it ain't going to be as funny at the 6-minute mark because it's not happening.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's, I just feel, man, I love being sponsored, and I love being free. I love being free at the games, man. I don't want to be a robot.
That's
was
true.
Was it an easy decision to paint your car?
Oh, that was easy. Now,
what about these suits?
The reason, now,
seriously,
I get to how the suits came about. This was funny, and you can ask him if Sam Cassell was in here. You ask him if Sam, he'd say, "Man, I made that guy." If you ever see Sam, say, "Man, Clipper Darrell, I made that guy." That's exactly what he said. The year we acquired Sam Cassell,
wow, that's the man
right
there.
Sam Cassell. That's when the Iverson rule came out. Where the players could no longer wear jerseys.
Yeah, they had to wear suits.
They had to wear suits.
The dress code.
I said, man, why not the fans? So I shot downtown, bought me 2 suits, 2 shirts, 2 ties, and everybody thought I was crazy. And I took it to the tailor right upstairs, man, on Santee and 11. And I said, cut it in half. He said, what?
Just bought it.
No. He looked at me, he said, cat? And I still mess with him to this day, man. And he did it, man. And that's how Clipper Darrell came, man. And
it's
clean though. It's clean though.
No, actually, the Clippers made this one for me because when they got the new logo, they asked me. They said, "Well, Darrell, you gonna check? Hey, I ain't paying for no more suits." So they paid for this one. They got kind of cheap on it though, man, because I had to go get my own vest and tie and shirt. They just did the pants and the jacket. They gave me 1 suit though, but you gonna cut 2 suits to give me 1 suit? I said, "Yeah."
Where's the other half?
I said, come on, man. But hey,
that's crazy.
Hey, that's the Clippers, man.
That's the Clippers. That is the Clippers.
I can't even. I wasn't even gonna hate on it, man.
So NFL. NFL team you got?
I don't mess with the NFL.
You don't mess with NFL? You don't watch?
I was a diehard Rams fan, and when the Rams left, she hurt my heart, and I stopped looking at football after that. Yeah. But then the card came about.
Yeah.
So I wanted to Donald Sterling, Game 7, he put me on a plane with the team. Right. Any fan's dream. I just went to the airport to cheer my team on. Right. So I'm at the airport because they got that private part, but they let certain people come through. So I'm cheering them on. Let's go, man. We gonna do this. And Donald Sterling walks up himself. I said, "Hi, Darrell. I'm Donald Sterling." I said, "I know who you are." I know who you are. And he said, "Man, how would you like to ride on a team flight, a team plane?" I said,
"Holy shit!"
My mouth just gapped open. I was silent, man. And then that's when I called my wife and I told her. I said, "They just asked me." She said, "Go!" And
no toothbrush, nothing.
No, nothing. So my suit, I said, "Man, I don't have my clothes." So he said, "Man, you don't think you can get somebody to bring him?" So I called one of my boys, Damien. Never forget it, man. He shot to my house and came to get me because I was going out to the Game 7 anyway. So we was already planning to go.
Up.
Yeah. So they just went to go get my stuff. Yeah. So when I got there, they came to the hotel, man. So when I get to the hotel, my sister lives in Arizona, right? That's when we played Phoenix. Yeah. And I said, okay, I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna go stay with her. Donald Sterling walks up to me and says, "Hey, Darrell, we got you a room up here, man. You go up to the, wow. We got your room. This is the Ritz-Carlton, man. Hey, a dude from the hood ain't never seen the Ritz-Carlton, bro." So I'm in the Ritz-Carlton. I'm like, man. So he got me. He said, "Man, I want you to go upstairs, relax and meet me back down here. Meet us across the street." Because they had, in Phoenix, Morton's, the steakhouse is right across the street from the Ritz, right? So he said, "Meet us over there at 7 o'clock. I said, "Oh, cool." So now I'm having dinner.
That's crazy.
But let me tell you, I went up to the room, right? So, they give you a robe. At the Ritz, they give you a robe. I didn't even touch the robe because they might charge you to me. So I'm like, man, I'm cool. Man. But, bro, I'm jumping on the bed like a little kid, man. I'm like, man, this is
called room service too?
No, they call it room service. And then that's when I learned about the steakhouses, right? Mm-hmm. Never been to Morton's, right, in my life, right? And I learned about the steakhouse. Everything, exactly, right? So I ordered some chicken because I don't eat beef or pork, right? So, exactly. And so next to me, because I'm with the organization, so Donald Sterling's on my left. I got Elgin Baylor's daughter on my right, Elgin Baylor in front of me, and his wife, and I had Ralph Lawler, Dunleavy's over here. So, and I said, "Hey, what is that?" She said, "Darrell, you gotta order that." So Elgin Baylor's daughter, man, I bless her. Hey, she showed me the rope, so I didn't been getting it, man. And then y'all might not know this when dessert come with rich people, everybody shares dessert. See, I'm a black dude. I don't want your fork in my food. You know what I'm saying?
That's real, though.
Hey, I don't share like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You give me a clean fork. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can dip in mine, but you got to get a clean fork. And I learned. So I had so much fun, man.
That's cool, man.
So to honor. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Because you asked me about the car.
No, go ahead.
So to honor Donald Sterling for the car. I have a dealer's license, so I buy and sell cars. I had a white 740 BMW in my driveway. I said, I'm about to turn this into a Clipper car. Wow. So I hit the organization, asked permission to use the logos and stuff, and that's how the Clipper car became.
Cool, man. That's wonderful. That's wonderful, man.
Go ahead.
No, I want to, since that was one of your good stories, two more stories that made you just feel like, wow, I'm really a Clipper. Like
LeBron James. Wilshire Hotel, right? I'm coming out with some friends of mine because they worked for the Cleveland Cavaliers at the time, and I was with some people, and so we all coming out. LeBron is coming out. Have you ever been to the Mid Wilshire? They got that long driveway, right? So LeBron is hanging out the window, right? UGLY, you ain't got no alibi. He jumps out the car and started doing my dance, man. Priceless, bro. And that's when the phones and all that was, you didn't really have the cameras. You wasn't really shooting it. This had to be like 2008, 9.
That's when they still was F-150.
Yeah. No, he was in one of them Cadillac Escalade.
No, y'all was F-150.
Oh.
Y'all was very weak.
and that was priceless for me. And then he came out, embraced me. He embraced me, and then and then we've been friends ever since.
Let's take this last call.
I'll ask you a little.
You're live with Sports Collective.
What it do?
Oh, what's up,
Sports
yo?
Collective TV.
What's up?
Hey, man, I see y'all got the man of the hour over there. You got Clipper Darrell.
That's right. You're looking at him right here.
So what's the count?
What's good, Clipper D?
What up, baby?
Oh, not much, man. I've seen you around town. You've been in a few places I've been. Last time I saw you was at Crossroads.
Oh yeah, man. Shaq's son.
For the Birmingham and Crossroads game.
Yeah, my boy. Of course I love Shaq, but I love his son Sharif, and he played over there. He invited me out, man. He said, "Come on out." He said, "Man, could you come out and cheer for me?" I said, "Man, that's easy peasy, man."
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, I saw you and all. Yeah, they got lucky in that game. They should have lost, but it's all good.
Oh wow.
I wanted to just chime in a little bit, because they give us Clippers fans a hard time. And we're going to put it on the map right now because you're an OG Clipper fan. And for everybody that doubts that, we about to put this to sleep right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean.
So we're going to let LA know who is the number one all-time leading scorer for the Clippers organization. You know this, Clipper Darrell. Let them know, man.
Now, what do that got to do with that? We're going to take over.
Hey, put that again.
Clipper Darrell, they down you, man. They down you, man. Clipper Darrell got this.
But what I'm saying, though, what do that have to do with us taking over L.A., though? Lead score don't mean that we need a championship, man.
Yeah. So, Clipper.
Oh, man, what's wrong with your phone?
Hey,
you need that Metro.
He got to hook him with the Metro boost.
There you go.
My bad.
Oh, he's right.
I didn't mean to put it like that, man. I thought that you had it, bro.
I mean, you asked me a question, but it don't have no relevancy of what your statement was, though. That's what I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? But explain to me, okay, who's the all-time leading scorer? What do they have to do with your question, though? How's that going to take over L.A.?
Yeah, that was the question.
But how's that going to take over L.A.?
How's that going to take over L.A.? We ain't talking about taking over L.A. We saying, I got a couple people here saying, Clipper Darrell don't know nothing about no Clippers outside of him hyping. I'm like, man, y'all tripping. Mm-hmm. Clipper Darrell no Clipper history. So I just thought that you was just going to let it be known that you do
some history.
You just want some history, man. This ain't the show for no history, man. You know what I'm
The Clippers don't even have any history.
History
What are you talking about?
Exactly. Because the leading score don't mean anything.
Man, have a good day.
All right, y'all. Let's get ready to get out of here. We got to take this break. Clipper Darrell, man, we thank you, man. We're going to leave you on the deck because we got another segment coming up.
All right, baby.
Thank you.
Hey, I didn't get to finish my story, man, about my experience. He said, give me two.
We'll look it up. All right, this is Sports Collective TV. I'm your host, Martyr. WC. We'll be right back. Shout us out.
Man.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm blessed, my brother. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, did you see the game last night?
Oh, that was a good game.
But did you see the shot?
I lost money from that shot.
Oh, man, that shot was cold,
I
man.
hated it, but it was good. Damn. What's in those jeans?
You really want to know?
I do.
Exhaustion, muscle spasms, asthmatic issues, unexpected sickle cell trait crises.
Damn. Are you serious? When I was young, I found out I had sickle cell trait. My mom's told me, but I ain't have no knowledge of it. But when I got older, I had a child, and the doctor told me my daughter has sickle cell trait. Do you know the facts that both parents have sickle cell trait? There's a 50% chance the child may have the trait, and 25% chance the child may have the disease.
Hey, that's what's the count. Do you know that 2.5 million people in the United States have sickle cell trait, 300 million people globally? I didn't find out I had sickle cell trait until I was in the Army, 10 years. Next thing you know, I had a sickle cell trait exertion site.
Sickle cell? I thought that was a black gene or something.
Nah, man, the Latin community is number 2. 1 out of 36,000 babies are being born with sickle cell disease. You could be Caucasian, Mediterranean, European. You gotta know your bloodline, man. There is an inherited gene in our community that has been forgotten. The name is sickle cell trait. WDCONSCT, also known as What's the Count, is out to bring awareness, education, and prevention to people all over the globe. Want more information? Call us now at 323-215-5384 or visit www.wdconsct.org.
Welcome back to Sports Collective TV. We got the whole deck here, including your boy Clipper Darrell here, representing his team in a flashy suit. And just straight up about the Clippers, I want to ask you real quick. Looking at their team right now, they're the 5th place in the West. Who do you think, maybe outside of Tobias Harris, is their best player right now on that squad?
Gallinari.
Okay,
but you know, then you got to go with I said that's 1A, 1B would be Lou Williams.
Right.
Yeah. Lou.
Mm-hmm.
Lou Williams. Will you still say Tobias Harris is number 1 player? Right?
Past few games he ain't been playing like he number 1, but I think he'll get it back together though.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think they need to really be a contending team though?
They got to get back to having fun again, man. They're not having fun anymore. They they're doing that one-on-one. And basketball's not made on one-on-one. I mean, you got to share that pill.
Right.
But
when you share that ball,
my favorite squad was when Darius Miles, Elton Brand, McGetty, Crawford.
But that's what this squad reminds me of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was like my favorite squad because those guys didn't compete with each other. They all just
they clicked. It was one. Exactly. It was one unit, like you see right now.
Yep.
Like you see right now.
Yeah, but people don't realize that though, man. When you share the ball, you all gonna get paid.
Right.
When you winning pays you.
Right.
True.
You know what I'm saying? People gotta, man, I need to get my 20 shots up. No, you don't.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen that with San Antonio, so they've shown that they're just now everybody trying to play that kind of game. You know, basketball's a buy-in. No matter if there's AAU, college, everybody got to be bought in every game.
Yeah,
that's tough.
So you think that's Doc Rivers? That's implementing a perfect system there. That's making everybody in. You think that's what the reason for their success is?
It's all about structure. And when you can't play freelance basketball. You got to have a structured communication. That's number one. And then they need to be talking. Now I don't know what the structure is. Because how they started is not how they finish.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then we need a finisher. We can't depend on Lou every single game.
Right.
Tobias has to step up. Gallinari has to step up at the end of the games also.
Okay.
So would you say that it's at least two parts? There's the part where, as we know, head coaches really just kind of manage time. You know?
Exactly. And
so
substitutions.
when you hit that wood, you really just got to do that performance. If not, the management of time just changes.
But then when you do your rotations is all about time. A person that you give a person 3 minutes on the court, man, he can't do nothing in 3 minutes.
True.
You got to have a person warm up.
So
a person needs at least 12 to 18 minutes, man, if he's going to be a reliever.
Right,
That's
I
true.
see.
He's right.
You heard it first with Cali Sportsman, Big Deezy over here. This is what we do, man.
You got a lot of big name free agents coming this coming summer. Kevin Durant.
He's not going there.
He's got a lot of Kawhi, a lot of big names that are going to be free agents. What's like your pitch representing the Clippers? What would you advise or tell these players about the Clippers? Why should they come to the Clippers?
Passion, love, respect.
Right.
Kawhi already know what he grew up a Clipper fan, so he grew up around the city, so he knows what to expect. So you ain't got to sell him on the city. You know, you got to sell him how he's gonna contribute to this organization.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And you got to be honest with him. You know what I'm saying? Are you in this to win it?
Right.
Or do you want to? Or you just want to be the leading scorer?
Right.
Because it's all about hitting a guy with the open shot. That's why the Warriors win, because they don't care who scores.
Yeah. It's
so
a group thing.
if he comes over here, will he be okay with another superstar player? Because we got room for two superstars. Man. So you have to communicate with him and not just bring him in and just to have him. And be honest up front with him, man.
What if it comes down between the Lakers and the Clippers for a player? What's the argument to go to the Clippers versus the Lakers?
Because you can start something new. They already got championships.
Right.
You can be your own man. See, you bring a championship to the Clippers,
You the man.
you the man.
Yeah.
You're the
Then
man.
you're cemented.
Exactly. You bring a
like-
championship to the Clippers, it's like there. I mean, to the
You got a
Lakers, it's already
statue,
been done.
almost.
Exactly.
Like LeBron did to Cleveland.
Right.
Exactly. You know, because the Cleveland didn't win in what, in 50 years or
Yeah.
35 years or something like that. Man, so
You got to admit it's
That's a
tough
good point.
to wear this suit in this town where you actually play in a stadium where there's nothing on the rafters but just the players.
Why do they?
There's a
why-
divisional
Southeast.
championship
Wait,
there.
wait, wait.
There's a
Why do
divisional
y'all-
championship.
Why do y'all cover the jerseys like and cover the banners up?
I've never.
That was all Doc Rivers.
Exactly. Yeah, that's who did it that's his because Boston. I mean, because the Lakers beat them in Boston, so he feels to cover them up. But to me, I just feel like tourists comes in, they come to a Clipper game to get them pictures and stuff like that. Why are you covering them up? I feel they should leave them open to show what y'all can get this. Y'all want to shut them down?
Nation?
You want to shut them down? Y'all, we got to win. Winning solves all your problems. I mean, I ain't gonna say all your problems, but winning solves
Most
a
of
lot.
them, yeah, most of them.
exactly.
Pretty much. Yeah, so I want to talk a little bit about Blake Griffin because we touched a little bit. We touched a little bit about this earlier, and as well of what happened over the weekend. Detroit came into town. That means Blake was here.
Yeah.
He showed out 44 points, and that little interaction with Steve Ballmer, what happened with the handshake, he ran off. I mean, you said that was good for him to do that, right?
My thing is to me, I love Steve. Steve Ballmer is the best. One of the. He's a great owner. But my thing is, why wait a year? That should have been done in private.
Phone
You see
call.
what I'm saying? Phone call. Hey, let's sit down and talk about this. Let's. You can't expect a man you ain't talked to in a season and a half to just come and just come over and shake your hand. After you did this, had the choir come in, you said you was going to put his jersey in the wrap. You had his jersey sitting up.
That was bad.
You know what I'm saying? Then you trade him. So it's like, your word is your bond. That's all you got is your word. And once you lose that, man, credibility is huge. Yeah. That's why I'm so respected because I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, man. To Laker fans, to Clipper fans, but people know that who I represent all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
Go ahead. You were going to jump on some?
No. I had a question. So we had mentioned before what Steve Ballmer's doing is by bringing in these old Clipper players to kind of bring back some of that history. But I feel one of the biggest things that they've done was not to bring a Clipper into the organization, but to bring a Laker by bringing in Jerry West. Because what he's already doing since he got there, I feel what he's done before with the Warriors, what he's done with the Lakers.
And the Grizzlies.
He's made champions. And I feel as a Laker fan, that's the person that scares me the most. Is Jerry West in his mind, because now he's the villain in L.A. because he's building this team that has not won before, right? And then we're looking on the other side and like, man, that was our guy, right? Why did we allow him to go to the Clippers, right? Because now he could build a championship team right inside our own stadium.
But we do have Magic Johnson, so
I know.
Got a younger one,
but there isn't a lot of people out there that got a championship as a player and as a front office person.
Yeah.
So he knows the inside of that locker room, and he knows the outside.
And the player
Well,
personnel.
and he was a part of the management that built the system that the rest of the league follows today, which is the Golden State Warriors. So
yeah, my question. My question was like, what do you think? How far do you think Jerry West could go?
As far as he wants it. But the problem is with that, he only had a 2-year deal. He had a 2-year, $10 million deal. So his contract is up in June.
This year.
So are they going to extend him, or does Jerry West really wants to extend out? That's going to be the problem for the future. So my thing is what Jerry West has done. It's all about it gave respect.
Right.
Gave respect. Now because if you see Jerry West on your phone, you picking it up.
Yeah.
That's automatically.
I mean, that's how Kevin Durant got to the Warriors.
So if you had to pick your top 5 players going into 2020 season, and they can be a Clipper team, who would they be?
In free agency and what we got now, I definitely keep Tobias. I keep Gallinari. I definitely going in there. You got of course Montrez, but that's a bench player. But he's talking about my starting 5, so I'm going with Shea, and then I'm bringing in Kawhi, and then Kevin Durant.
Ooh.
Because Kevin ain't happy.
Yeah, so,
what about Kyrie Irving?
My thing is Kyrie. I don't know if Kyrie. See, you have to share the ball now. You got to share.
Yeah.
See, when you in LA, you got to share this fame, and that's what the problem with Blake and CP was. You know what I'm saying? You get famous, man. People start calling.
That's true.
And you know what? It's a lot of truth you say to that, because we've talked about that over the season. Like, you don't know who's the head of the team. It's like one night, Blake is the lead, or he seemed like he's the man that everybody wants to go. Then the next couple of nights, you look at the Clippers, then it's CP, and it's like you want it to be CP because it's like
That's the same thing with
Westbrook. He's the veteran of it all.
We got a question over here.
I got a quick question. Like me and my brother, we grew up Laker fans.
I'm sorry to hear about that.
And so all we've known is like the Clippers. We remember vaguely when they had the sports arena, and then they were just like the Clippers. But then they moved into the Lakers arena, and then they've always been like the little brother now. Like even before, what I'm getting to is Inglewood. Are y'all getting your stadium in Inglewood or what? Like, because I think if you guys get a stadium, then it's over. Because then you guys are completely separate from the Lakers. Then you're not covering up any banners. Then it's your own stadium, your own space.
But we have a $40 billion owner that wants his own arena. But I just don't see. You got the Forum over there.
Yep.
And Dolan owns the guy that owns the Knicks owns the Forum. I just can't see because you have a non-compete clause in your contract. So how you going to build a stadium in Inglewood?
So you think that stadium's probably going to be somewhere else, not in Los Angeles?
It could be.
Do they need a new stadium?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So they do. We can all.
Bomber definitely wants his own. Yeah. Because Bomber's worth $40 billion. So all these other owners. So it's like, man, to spend another $2 billion. Come on, man. He wants his own. He definitely wants
whatever leverage you got to not let him put that in like Orange County or LA County to keep that as local as possible.
As quiet as it kept, though, man. A couple of people that's high up in Orange County that I talked to. It was funny because they offered Orange County. But they wanted the pond. But the only thing is, you have to shut the pond down and rebuild it. You just can't build. Yeah. See, you want a brand new stadium.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? You want to tear it down and then bring it back up. So that's going to be 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So he has to end up there buying the hockey team. So it was like too much.
Well, that'll be a good one if he buys the hockey team at the same time. Now
but if you're not a hockey player,
if
you're not a
hockey
fan,
it's not good for business.
Exactly.
So, who else got some questions here for Clipper Darrell before we take it away?
That's it, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah, man. Clipper Darrell.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Appreciate it.
Doubt.
Hope y'all win tonight.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna win.
Sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that.
See what I'm saying? He gonna take that. They ain't gonna take my line.
There it is. And ladies and gentlemen, sorry to hear that. But man,
the debate.
What was that?
Coming back.
Yeah, we'll be coming back with the debate with Oscar and Big Al. And we want to go ahead and say thank you to Clipper Darrell here for coming down. Sports Collective TV. We'll be right back.
The Consortium of Health and Military Performance, also known as CHAMP, of the Uniformed Services University of Health and Science, known as USUHS, is conducting a study to understand a possible genetic link between sickle cell trait, known as SCT, and exercise-related events, known as EREs, such as exertional rhabdomyolysis, muscle damage, heat stroke, and or collapse. We are inviting African American men and women with sickle cell trait and their family members to participate. Participating in the study will require you to complete a health history questionnaire, a form authorizing our study physician to gather health information from you and your healthcare provider, as well as a one-time blood donation. In order to qualify for the study, you must meet the following criteria: be African American, be sickle cell trait positive, be able to read, speak, and understand English, be between the ages of 18 and 80, and currently not being treated for any mental or psychological disorders. Participation is completely voluntary, and your decision will not impact your healthcare. The results for this study are for research purposes only and are not intended to directly benefit any individual for confidentiality reasons. However, the results of this study are intended to help better shape policies and associated health risks affecting the SCT community. Participants may be compensated for their time. To join the study, or if you would like additional information regarding the study, please contact the study team by phone, area code 240-479-9514, or email sctstudy-ggg@usuhs.edu.
This one right
Oh,
here.
man. Welcome back to Sports Collective TV. As you can see, we are about to set up for the one and only debate between your boy Double O.
What up, fellas? What up, fellas? What up, fellas?
Lou Wop.
What up, fellas?
Howdy.
And
Howdy.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them boys, though? How about them boys?
How about them?
Woo! We blew the Rams out of town, huh? Blew them Rams out of town.
Weren't they supposed to run us out of town?
Zeke was eating.
Oh yeah, eat them up.
They starved them. They starved them.
Championship, Super Bowl.
NFC Championship bound.
Right.
Super Bowl champions, best defense in God knows how many games. Gurley's injured. All this Dak, Cooper, Zeke, Cooper, that
He's
defense.
The truth.
That truth was lies. It was lies, gentlemen. What up? How about them Cowboys? Woo! All right, gentlemen, let's get this debate going. So, starting with that Cowboys versus Rams game, I personally feel the biggest letdown was Zeke, right? Zeke. Now, what was the number one thing that y'all think the Cowboys could have done besides Zeke?
So the only thing they could have done that had no control in their team was being at home. Because if you looked at the record from how they play at home to away, you could have easily known they were not going to win this game. And I think that's the one thing that the truth did not look at was their road record.
Well, I don't know about not easily because the truth thought that it was very, very probable that was going to happen. What about you, Big Al?
I mean, Zeke did his thing. You know, he got his yards that he was going to get more or less. But really what I was looking for is for Prescott to step it up. You know, he had a couple of decent passes, a couple of decent plays, but he didn't step it up where he needed to, especially on a lot of big third down conversions. That's ultimately where they lost the game, in my opinion.
I think he's got it. Dak. Because Dak.
Can I rebuttal?
What rebuttal? Ain't no rebuttal. Dak, that's the right answer.
The rush defense.
No, the right answer was the Cowboys were never going to win this game. That's the answer I was looking for. Y'all were supposed to say, heck no, there was no reason. There was no way the Cowboys would win this game.
All right.
They had about as much chance as the Vikings had last year against the New Orleans Saints. Next topic.
Except the Saints actually had a chance that game.
Next topic. All right, let's go. Chiefs versus Patriots. Coming up. Who you got?
I'm going to have to go with Patrick Mahomes here. All right, so he's playing
Against
at home.
the GOAT.
Yes, against the GOAT. Because he's had so many games, big games that he's lost, right? And everyone's going to bring that up. He lost to Brady. He lost to Jared Goff. You know, the list goes on. He lost to Phil Rivers once, you know. But I think this is the moment for him that's going to push out. And this is going to be the beginning of the end of Brady era.
Wow, that's bold.
Wow.
Who you
Yeah,
got,
like you just said, he lost to Goff. He lost.
So wait, you got Mahomes too?
No, hold on. I'm just saying Mahomes. You know, he had a phenomenal season. In my opinion, deserving for the MVP. Did lose to Goff. Did lose to Rivers. Did lose to some experienced teams. And they happened to face the GOAT probably and the most experienced playoff team left in the league who only took one game to pretty much become the Super Bowl favorites again. So
that's a wrap.
Tom Brady's taking
you can't go against the GOAT in the AFC Championship game. You didn't even mention the fact that Brady hasn't won an AFC Championship game on the road since 2006. That's what I would have gone with. Next topic, though. Next topic. International soccer, gentlemen.
Okay.
You guys ready?
Okay.
Y'all ready?
Okay.
Okay. So, Champions League coming up next month, right? Ooh. Who do y'all got as a front runner to win it all?
It's got to be Inter. I don't know. Sorry, Juventus.
Oh,
what am I saying? Inter. What am I saying? Inter.
Cristiano.
You know, acquiring Cristiano Ronaldo probably would have been the best thing that team could have done in
any team.
Yeah, pretty much that whole offseason. So Juventus is probably the lead runner. I'm actually going to go with the dark horse in Man City as well.
I like Man City. Man City looking tight.
They got a good squad.
Double O.
I'm going to have to go with the easy pick and just say Barcelona. Right? The only reason I'm saying that is because Real Madrid has won it 3 years in a row, and it's not looking like they're going to win a fourth one. And so, you know, Barcelona knows that they got to get back into winning Champions Leagues. So this is the year that they're going to win it. If not, Real Madrid's going to rebuild next year.
Right on.
Oh. All right, here's one since we got Clipper Darrell. I'm a Laker fan, as y'all can see. I mean, it's more likely that I would switch to the Cowboys than to the Clippers, you know. But do your best since we got Clipper Darrell here. I'm a Laker fan. Pitch me the Clippers. I know y'all Laker fans, but there's enough there. There's got to be enough there. Pitch me on why, if you're a 13-year-old kid coming up and you're choosing between the Lakers and the Clippers, why would you choose the Clippers over the Lakers? Big Al.
There you go. Okay. I mean, I think we raised the most important part of the whole pitch for the Clippers earlier when we had Clipper Darrell on the show is if they get their own stadium, They get their own area. They get their own city that they can kind of get behind and not having to, be under the Lakers banners. I think that's the best pitch. Otherwise, are you talking fan or player?
Fan, just the fan. And I think that's a good point you made. Why are you going to be following up on what everybody else follows? What about you?
Also, if you back the Clippers, hey, you're not gonna. There's not many more losing franchises out there. If you can back the Clippers for so long, respect to Clipper Darrell for doing that. That's a true fan right there. Dedication. You can't say that about Lakers fans.
Wow.
Sorry.
So everyone knows that LA is Laker town. Straight up. You come to the Clippers, you're going to make all these Laker fans cry. You will be the villain to their heroes. So you want to be a villain and take down the Laker legacy, you come and join the Clippers.
What about for a fan, though?
What about for a fan? If I'm a fan, why would I go for the Clippers?
Why would I buy a Clippers ticket?
Well, once again, you don't want to just follow everyone else. It's easy just to go with a winner. You want to be there when a team builds itself up and becomes that winner. Because like Clipper Darrell said, then you're a true fan because you were there from when they were the worst to the best.
You know why you should go to a Clipper game? Why all of you guys should go to a Clippers game?
Taking prices.
Because you can get a sweet ticket for $40.
Yo, for real though. For real.
Look it up. Look it up.
That's legit.
I can't afford Laker tickets.
But we can all afford a Clippers ticket.
Gentlemen. Okay. Let's bring back
Ron.
WDC. We got Cali Sportsman,
and we got to bring back the sheriff over there,
and Clipper
the sheriff of Cowboy Nation. I want this guy over here. I want him. Bring that ass here, boy.
Give me this thing real quick.
Let
me say something to you guys over here talking your smack. First of all, tell me on December 18th what happened. On December 18th, I'm pretty sure you guys have no goddamn idea what happened for the LA Rams. What happened on December 18th?
That was probably when they lost to the Eagles, probably.
Nope.
No?
That's what saved your guys' season. Who ran the ball? That Anderson kid? This is his fourth? Give me a second. This is his fourth?
That was a good pickup.
This is his fourth team. His fourth team in the same year. He just got picked up just to be a bench warmer on the side. No disrespect to the kid because this guy has been running.
He's a grown man.
Hey,
that's a grown man.
He has not been doing. Hold on. He has not been doing anything. First of all, let me finish this off. So, he technically saved you guys off. Without him, the Rams weren't doing anything. Because, what's his name? Todd Gurley wasn't doing much either.
Except that one touchdown.
Whatever it was. Okay. But that's what saved the Rams season.
100 yards.
Plain and simple.
100 yards.
Plain and simple.
You're done?
Hold on. Before you lay down.
Let me eviscerate him, bro.
That person you were talking about outran Zeke. Just letting you know.
Oh, I know. One game. Whoopee.
No, not one game.
Game.
Not one game.
One game.
No.
He could have outran.
He did this 3 straight games.
One game.
He did this when.
Move it on. That's one game.
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. He brought up the fact that he was picked up by 3 teams, right? That means two other teams looked at him and said, "We don't want you." There's something in you when you're riding bench and you're seeing Christian McCaffrey on the Panthers getting all your touches, even the goal line ones, which is what they brought you in for. They drop you. They say, you know what? We have no need for you. You get picked up by the Raiders, who have no running game. The Raiders say, we drop you without playing a single down. The Rams pick you up.
It is go time.
As a backup for an injured player.
As a backup for a
on one of the most electrifying
offenses.
That's what. Wait a second. Are you a Rams or Raider fan? You sound like a Rams fan.
Can I finish?
You sound like a Rams fan. Come on.
The man is speaking football.
These Cowboy fans are
the man is speaking
football.
I'm a Cowboys fan. I was rooting for him.
Let's get look at this. This is our
and
skip to my truth. Skip to my truth.
So what I was getting at, he does all this. And the Cowboys defense can't seem to find a way to stop a guy who 4 months ago wasn't even on a team.
And this is supposed to be the best.
The great vaunting defense that the Cowboys is, and they couldn't stop C.J. Anderson? You're over here belittling. The man was a Pro Bowler. He won a Super Bowl with the Broncos, and you're making him seem like
a star or as a starter.
As the starting running back on a team that Peyton Manning took. But at that point, Peyton Manning needed C.J. Anderson more than C.J. Anderson needed.
We're talking about what, 5 years ago? 6 years ago.
Hey, he did his thing.
And what did he do again? What did he do against the
And
Cowboys?
he still came out.
But we're talking about this year. What he did this year. What
don't
happened
matter.
to him?
It wouldn't matter in the
so
playoffs.
let's throw all this out of the table. Let's throw all this out of the table.
Hey, we got company.
Yeah, we got Clipper Darrell. You guys are over here all bashing over here on the Cowboys, man. God damn. Clipper Darrell, man. What's up? What's up, Clipper Darrell?
He was bashing on your boy. He's over here bashing on CJ. Like CJ, I'm trying.
Hey, no, I mean,
CJ nice.
He's nice, but he
put up a buck on the Cowboys.
If the Rams wouldn't have signed him, who was gonna get those other yards?
If ifs and buts were.
Yes.
I can't remember.
Yeah, but you know the rest.
I know the explicit version.
Anyway,
version.
We're about to go. Make your picks. Tell me right now why the Rams are going to win, because I know you guys are picking the Rams over the Saints.
Because they're a better team.
Oh, no,
over the Saints?
I'm picking the Saints.
Yeah.
So who's Super Bowl? What are we going
Oh, it's going to be the best game ever.
Who's the finals?
It's going to be Kansas City versus Rams.
Big Red, who's going to Super Bowl?
Rams.
I can't even quote on that one because I don't watch football that much.
Drew Brees. Hey, it's going to be Drew Brees and Tom Brady. Drew Brees and Tom Brady.
Rams versus the Patriots.
Rams.
Patriots versus the Saints.
Ooh.
Two of the goats.
That's what I'm saying. Right
Two of the goats. Wow, actually, wait, no, never mind. I can't agree with Fredo. It's going to be Patriots versus the Rams. I can't agree with Fredo for the life of me. For the life of me, man.
We got to get out of here.
Yeah, we got to get out of here. Thank you, man. Thanks for having our guest today, man. God bless you.
Darrell, the man right here. Clipper, Laker.
Appreciate you guys.
Take us out, Leon. Take us
No,
out.
you got it. Take us out.
Cowboy.
Come on, Leon.
Take us out, Cowboy.
We out.
I can work with that.
Keep the hat on.
Round order, we're ready for football. Bryant jump shot, puts it in.